Cameraman behind. They're going to set. Well, yeah. You do the Are you selling more now? Yes.
What do you mean?
Whenever bongo machines are good at your safety, make sure that you possibly ensure that your safety is well covered. Yeah, then it's fast
No. It was okay. You go.
This one is for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Round of applause to everybody.
Okay. So this is a few of them outside. The first time you're like to have so we've been meeting a lot of potential investors, so we can have a deal like exactly what you told. There's a lot of potential. So I hope you're here on Friday. Are you here on Friday?
Yes, we are here on Friday.
Yeah.
When a PS, in fact, I'll just explain to them, they just started their first competition with Mall Science Center. Really high discussion, and I wish it maybe facilitate, maybe the government will some.
Excuse me.
What do you think of factory?
Okay. So the setting up of the factory, we will help you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Which contract are you applying? Makuru, you've done?
Makuru have done some bit of it.
Okay.
But you know that.
Even the Rode.
Rode.
Enterprise road. Yes. But you need to do that. Yeah.
We are ready to.
Are you ready?
Ready to compete in the market.
Are you ready? Very good. I visited one of your, I don't want to say competitors or friends.
Yeah.
This was, the work is a lot.
Yeah.
I hope you're also feeling the same.
Now we're filling the gap where you can find the gap and compete in the market. Save the money. So countries accuracy and then Mukubwa accuracy.
No. Mukubwa has created the market for you.
Yeah.
So it is you to, now I need you to go and be aggressive. Very soon we want you to form partnership with us.
Yeah.
So that I know there is a problem when it comes to payment for factories. So we have agreed that if you form a joint venture with them, as soon as you supply I pay you, then they can bring the material and then they can see such a huge expo happening here in Kenya. We have about 43 countries that are represented here coming to exhibit. And I know this year is a bit different because we have a good story to tell. The affordable housing program has really taken off. We have got very many active construction sites all over the country. We have got over 162,000 units that are currently under construction. We have got 177,000 student accommodation beds that are just about to start. So there is a huge explosion. In almost every constituency, we're going to have student accommodation that we're going to be putting up, whether it's at KMTC, TTI or universities. That is the big deal for this financial year. We're also doing quite a lot in the institutional housing, police housing. We just signed a 23 billion KDF housing which began this month, and we're looking, in July already, began in June, and in this financial year we're going to do quite a lot in the police housing. As you may have heard yesterday, we also rolled out one of the biggest internship programs. We want to absorb many young people who have been out there, gone to college, university, and have a diploma or a degree in the built environment. We want to tell you that we are ready for you. We have enough work. We have sufficient places where you can go and hone your skill. So be on the lookout. Perhaps tomorrow, Public Service Commission will be advertising for those 4,000 jobs. In terms of the overall numbers for affordable housing, we are now north of 300,000, and as you may again have heard yesterday, His Excellency the President directed us to double the number of shifts for two reasons. One, we want to accelerate the pace so that we can see now the demand for housing is really gone up. I have over 800,000 Kenyans that have registered on Boma Yangu. So at 162,000 units, the pace at which we are moving needs to be increased a bit. So we have introduced a second shift, and that means when we double the shift, we're going to double the number of workers. So we expect that in the coming months, we're going to mop up another 200, 300,000 young people out there that are looking for work. And it is not just Mujengo jobs, which in itself is a lot. We have got work for architects and for engineers, for quantity surveyors, for landscape architects, for plumbers, and so on and so forth. So we are starting to hit critical mass, and then there is the aspect of the supplies. You can imagine just the number of supplies that we need. Just to give you a few examples, wash basins that are needed. We need over 300,000 as we speak right now. That number is going to double very, very, very soon. Tiles and so on and so forth. So we want to anchor our manufacturing agenda on this program because every component in a house, when you do it at scale, it's going to be an industry. And that is really what the message we're telling the people who came here for the expo is that we just don't want you to go back home and say, we went to Nairobi, we saw good people. We want them to go back and say Nairobi was good for business. And then here we are also very clear. We're ready to partner with these international firms. We want those machines to be manufactured here in Kenya. That is the big message. We talked about elevators, for example, lifts. We have tripled the demand for lifts in Kenya. It was 750, now we are 2,750 just from affordable housing program. So we want those people who make lifts to start assembling them here and start making certain components here in Kenya. That is really the big message. And that it really explains why housing and why housing now.
Okay, just for the camera purposes, what is the investment outlook in Kenya's building sector, number one? Number two, what are the key challenges in dealing, the sector that you've been dealing with, especially the housing? What has been the key challenge, and how is now this going to help, just for the camera purposes?
Yeah, so I can talk about the affordable housing program in terms of the value of contracts that we have already signed. That is for the works that are ongoing is over 370 billion shillings, 370 billion shillings, which is really funded from the housing levy. For the entire industry, we may need to check that with the KNBS. They have got that data. Really, in terms of challenges that we've had, is that this particular sector, whenever there is economic shocks, it is one of the sectors that contract very fast. But the challenges also become opportunities, because it is also one of the sectors that comes out of any economic hardships and creates a lot of jobs. So right now, there will be a lot of jobs that will be created.
If I may ask, I'm dealing with digital media. Most of the youth are crying there. They say they're not easy to get the job opportunities. Most of if they are engaging by submitting their papers, some of them.
So, I want to say that when it comes to I can talk for myself, you don't need to know the PS, you don't need to know any of my officials. We are an open book. You're going to apply, it's an online portal where you're going to apply. And then you will go through Public Service Commission. That is the body that is entrusted with the responsibility of recruiting. I just want to say the best way to deal with it is by creating enough jobs so that you kill that aspect of people saying that you need to know somebody to be able to get a job. That is what we're doing.
What do you have about these leaders on the offices of corrupt leaders? There are some corrupt leaders in these offices. After you've submitted your papers well in the online portals, you apply, they are asking you again to submit your hard documents. Why?
I can only, if I have any facts to that, we can speak to it. But we just want to say that it would be very wrong for somebody who already has a paying job. You're in an office and you're already earning money. For you to go and ask somebody who is really desperate and looking to make a living and demand for money, it is shameful for anybody to do that. The only other thing that I can say is that if there is such incidences, I will encourage, if they can be reported, so that the institutions that are tasked with that responsibility can do that. But for us, we want to say that we want anybody who's in the built environment, whether it is a degree, a diploma, in architectural studies, whether you're engineering, all the disciplines, going to landscape architects, we have enough jobs because we have very many sites. We have got over 400 sites, that is both for markets and for housing. And we are ready to absorb as many Kenyans as we can. As I've said, we are starting a new shift where we will absorb anyone who wants to work.
Okay, Bona PS, John, maybe because you're here today, maybe you can tell us a little bit, and then before you come in, maybe my colleague will ask his final question, then you can come and talk to us a little bit. Let him finish with him, and then we can
Yes, James Wansala from the Standard newspaper on affordable housing. Maybe is it possible to know when is the next handover, where, and maybe when?
Yeah, so we've got about 11,000 housing units that are at completion stage. We handed over 1,080 units in Mukuru. Next month, we have another 5,000 that are ready for handing over. We've got another 4,888 units all over the country. I think if you follow us on social media, you'll see Gishogo in Kirinyaga, Bahati in Nakuru, St. Clair in Elbagon, Milimani in both Kakamega and Milimani in Vihiga. We have Mabera in Kuria. We have Machakos just around the corner. We have got Makenji here in Moranga. We have Nanyuki. All these are completed projects, and some of them at the completion stage, Kinangop, and so on and so forth. So the handing over, we've already done Homa Bay, phase 1. I have Embu. I have Kirinyaga. So we have got lots of houses that are coming online that we shall be handing over. And I just want to say again to his question about accountability on Boma Yangu, you don't need to know anybody. You don't need to know the PS. Star 832 hash. Star 832 hash. On the comfort of your phone, just dial that, go register, and then choose where you want to buy a house. You can buy a house anywhere. In this country, you have a right to own property anywhere you wish.
Okay, Bwana PS, maybe you can switch positions and you can tell us why is this day important to the tourism?
First and foremost, before I say why this day is important for tourism, I would like to give a thumbs up to the affordable housing program, which is actually changing lives across this country. Secondly, I would like to indicate that I was very happy with what the PS, my brother Hinga, was able to highlight, because the reasons why we have these expos is to be able to identify opportunities for investment. And I believe the people that have come from the 43 countries, in fact over 200 exhibitors, who with different kind of investments and technologies, and the PS has indicated very clearly that it would be so good if a number of them can be able to set up in Kenya, because by setting up in Kenya you create more opportunities for employment. So indeed I support very strongly what the PS has indicated in relation to this. And I think we went around and we saw, apart from the international guests, investors, we also have a number of Kenyans here who have done a lot of investment. On the sector of tourism, first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to say I'm indeed very happy, because we have many countries represented here, and these people, when they come here, apart from coming for investment, they're also coming to sample the beauty and attractions that we have in our country. And therefore, I want to use this opportunity to welcome them. Before they leave, let them be able to sample all the attractions that we have, beginning from Nairobi and across the country.
Okay.
Secondly, we are also focusing on MICE, particularly the convention centers, to ensure that when we have exhibitions like this, expos like this, we have space. You are aware that we did a lot of innovations of KICC, we make it better. And we are even focusing together with the private sector, because tourism is private sector driven. And a number of our hotels, upcoming hotels, are being encouraged to put up conference facilities. In the Bomas of Kenya, you are aware we are expanding it to make it better, so that we can be able to host many of such kind of conferences. So on the side of tourism, the more we have visitors coming, whether they are coming for educational purposes, medical purposes, expos like this, leisure, safari, sports and so on, that is part and parcel of what makes our country grow in terms of tourism. Finally, we're also very happy because if you look at His Excellency the President's attention in terms of opening up the country, right, be it through visa regime, through the airport sector, airline sector, and many other sectors, you can see there is a lot that's being done to make Kenya accessible, to make it secure and safe, and to make it a destination of choice for everyone. And therefore, I'm indeed happy that this expo is here. And why is Wananjagi?
Yeah,
I really want to encourage him.
Yeah.
I can just see he's next to me here.
Yeah.
I did tell him that for all the expos that will be coming, we will be able to partner with Magical Kenya.
Yes.
Through the Kenya Tourism Board to ensure that we do brand the country. And I want to assure everybody, Kenya is the peaceful place to be, the beautiful place to be. You cannot miss anything. And therefore, I would like to encourage all of them to come.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Maybe you can tell us what are your expectations, just come there. You can tell us what are your expectations outcome after, during this event. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. You've heard what the PS has said. We're very delighted from Expo Group. My name is Duncan. I'm the Regional Director at Expo Group. We as a private sector, we are very privileged to work with arms of the government, the tourism, and the housing. We have different sectors. So we're delighted. And as you can see, you don't need to have a question. Just come and see this expo. We have investors here. That's already a job creation because the investors are coming here to either open a factory or have a joint venture. That by itself, the youth will have jobs. So I urge the public at large, please come visit the expo, it's free of charge, and get to see the latest technology within the sector of building and construction.
Maybe compared to last year and this one, how do you compare?
What we can say, we've been having a lot of support. This expo last year was about 25%. This year, we actually achieved 35% turnover of the exhibition, and it's still going strong. So it moves to.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Very good.